Good morning. My name is Dr. E. Prasad Rao, Chairman, Paramita Group of Schools, Karimnagar, near Hyderabad, Telangana. I also serve as Advisor Quality, National Independent Schools Alliance, and Trustmark Telangana Recognized Schools Management Association. I have been into this school education for the last 43 years, learning every moment. When you think of innovation in schools, what kind of innovation? What kind of practices should a school that innovates pursue? It's important for schools of today to establish a culture, its own culture. We cannot import cultures from other schools. Of course, a few practices you can, but not cultures. A culture needs to be established in your own school by you and your own team, you as a leader and your team. That's more important. So the word innovation begins the very first minute of the day and it just goes on. So when you think of innovation, my question to all the educators, all the leaders, and all those in the field of education, serving the kids to learn, to progress, and to evolve as beautiful human beings and citizens. I wish to ask you, what innovative practices are you really undertaking? In your schools, in your alma maters, does the environment make up for inclusion? Whether every stakeholder is properly included in terms of institutional governance. Also, please ask yourselves a question, whether your school is a teaching school or a learning school. There's a huge difference. Learning schools are learning schools because they innovate. I'm afraid sometimes teaching schools may not. So when it becomes a learning school from the top to the bottom, then I think innovation is in place. Innovation in your thought, in your action, in your processes, in your systems building and systems operation. And all those things make up an innovative school. So when you take your parents, your teachers, your curriculum, your assessment, your daily practices, routines, whatever you take, where is the innovation? As a leader, we should be able to say, explain that this is my innovation. If someone says, I have 20 years of experience, I'm sorry, you have only 1 year of experience because whatever you did in year 1, 20 years ago, you've been doing the same thing for 20 years. Therefore, you have just 1 year of experience. So it's important that a child approaches learning according to his or her own intelligence, inclination, perception, understanding, and of course, deeper involvement. Why today kids are withdrawn from the process of schooling? Why do they drag their feet to schools? Because the schools are not interesting to them. And they often do not get opportunities in the classrooms and the school spaces to be innovative in their thought and action, to think dynamically and to be flexible as, thinkers. So the entire school system as a whole, if it has to have a culture of its own, and I think all the spaces in the school should actually reverberate with innovation, where the counter-intuition is accepted and debated, where ideas are allowed to, emerge from any quarter, and ideas are discussed for their implementation. It's when you force something on as a leader, I don't think there will be any innovation at all. The ideation may come from any quarter whatsoever, doesn't matter, so long as the ideation has a space to grow within the organization. So as far as organization is culture is concerned, whether there is an innovation in your sports, arts, fine arts field, whether student is able to contribute ideas to the student council, to the school council, and other things, whether students actually form into committees, whether parents become part of the committees to actually, deliver some kind of, help to the school to run it the way it should be run. So when you speak of a culture, the robust culture in an organization reveals when the school actually has a foundation on ideation, on Socratic questioning, on quizzing, being adaptive, multiple thoughts, views on a particular theme or item. That's the most important thing. So even when it comes to the student development, holistic development, what we talk about, the digital inclusion, what we talk about, all of them to be balanced, the school has to have a culture of innovation and innovation and innovation. As actually we talk about education, 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 similarly you talk about, feel about, do something about innovation, innovation and innovation. So when innovation strikes the root of the school governance in all the spaces, such schools of today will become schools of tomorrow. And schools of tomorrow will happen only when the innovation is the policy, innovation is the approach, innovation is the perception, innovation is the breath, innovation is the very life. I think that innovation, be in terms of curriculum design or delivery, it cannot be just transaction, it could be transformational in terms of children's growth and energy and positivism. This is very important thing. And the entire team of stakeholders, if they form into a beautiful community of this particular culture, and such schools will definitely shape this 21st century education. And not only that, they will actually become benchmarks. They will set models for the country to emulate. What we require now is institutions par excellence, where innovation drives each leader, each setup of school community. And I wish and pray that every school in this country, goes all out to educate the child on the principles of innovation. Thank you so much.